We are rolling and going. Rolling and going, everybody.
Unmuted and live on stream.
That old saying.
Actually, you were muted when you said that, but now you're unmuted.
I knew it. That's why I said it. It was a test. That was a test for you, Harlan.
Well,
You got tested.
I am the
I knew
testee.
it.
Yeah.
I knew it. You're the testy.
Yeah, deal with it. Deal with it.
Welcome to Better Than Heroes. If you're just watching this, normally we'd be playing our Dungeons & Dragons Spelljammer game set in the wilds of space. If for some reason this is your first time watching the stream, which would be weird,
Wild night.
you should definitely check out Better Than Heroes. We've got a YouTube channel with a zillion episodes. We've got a podcast of it. But since our good pal Rachel Weeks is traveling, following her dream career, the rest of us are in our sweaty game holes and ready to play a different game. We're gonna play.
That's right.
We're gonna play a different game than Better Than Heroes. We're going to play a game called Mork Borg, which means Dark Fort. It's from Sweden. It's from Stockholm Cartel Games. I want to credit the individuals who made it, but I need to scroll up to the top because the names are hard to memorize. This game is by Pell Nielsen and Johan Noor. It's a crazy game book. And
do you feel obliged to say their names correctly because you also have a difficult Scandinavian-sounding name?
I guess, yeah. I probably butchered their names. I probably didn't say them correctly, but yeah, I guess that's it. Probably. I just didn't. I meant to write them down before we started, but I'm not a professional. But
also, since Rachel's out this week, the graphic design for this stream is brought to you by me, as you can tell from its complicated nature.
I like sometimes simplicity is what you want.
Also, I also did not clear this with anyone, but this show is now called Better Than Death. So the Mork
Love
Borg,
it.
anytime we play Mork Borg, it's better than death. So
I love it.
Welcome to episode 1 of Better Than Death.
People love branding.
frozen?
It makes them feel safe.
To you guys?
You're catching up. Your video's in a weird fast forward.
Oh yeah,
where
you
it's
were frozen
catching
and now
up.
you're like super fast forward. It's like
How do you guys-
slapstick comedy.
Now.
Do you have the Buster Keaton filter on?
There we
Turn
go.
that off, Jordan.
There we go.
turn
No,
off
I
your-
like it kooky.
turn off
I
the-
want it kooky.
People are saying you're muted, Harlan.
About
I
halfway
might
through the
be.
stream,
I sure am. No
a
one's heard
barn is
anything
going to
I've said
fall
so
on me,
far. Yeah.
and the window
Harlan
will be
has
my
been saying,
respite.
what have they
The
said?
worst things.
Graphic design
Unbelievable.
brought to you by me. So,
Yes.
Oh, right.
yeah, it's fine.
They
Don't
did
try
a
to
self-
clean it up,
You can
Harlan.
They did a
listen to it on
self-deprecating
YouTube,
thing about the
yeah.
graphic design that looks great.
We said that
Rachel's not
Rachel
here, the wheels
is
fall
not
off.
here. She's following her dream career, which
They
is
heard
not to be
Andrew,
the
they didn't hear me.
not to be the first nerd in space. She hopes to be the last. She's going to make it so no other nerds.
Sabotage
allowed
the
up there.
spaceport. Mm-hmm. Perfect.
Jocks only from now on.
Nice. Jocks in space.
Jocks in space. Bro, is that the planet? Bro, check it out. America.
Why don't each of you introduce yourselves to the people watching and tell us a little about the character that you brought, and then we'll all kind of go over the game as we jump into the game. It's super easy. It's super easy.
All right, I'll go
Jordan,
first.
you go first. Okay.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
I will. My name is Jordan Dahl.
Most embarrassing
and
thing that's ever happened in
My
my life.
name is Jordan Dahl, and I'm the leader of the group. I'm
Yeah, that's true. That's 100%
20
true
feet
now.
tall. I have 2 Uzis. No,
Oh,
my
wow.
character,
is the leader, though.
if you were to see my character, he is decidedly not the leader. He is, just from looking at him, you can tell that he is big and dumb and clumsy, and he is outfitted in full plate armor that he's not graceful in. Like, you can tell that he never really kind of got used to it. He's got a giant sword. He has the word pork scratched into the plate armor, and he has a monkey on a chain that rides upon his back that is also wearing a little plate helmet, but seems pretty uninterested in the things that Pork is doing. And the main thing that you notice about old Pork here is that he has this mouthful of gigantic, terrifying teeth. He looks like a man with the teeth of a gorilla, like Kong Island style, and there's too many of them, and he can't close his mouth all the way, and it looks like it kind of hurts him, but they are definitely like stained pink with blood, and it seems pretty clear that he uses them for fighting. And he steps forward out of the character select screen and he says, "Bordy bordy gork gork. Bordy bork.
Incredible.
Pork. The pork. Porky pork."
I really thought you were joking about that, Jordan. But
No, that's what he sounds like. He speaks a strange, indecipherable dialect.
Pretty good.
Bork. Pork.
really gonna help.
Yeah, I want Harlan to go now. I don't want to go.
Oh, me? Okay, cool. Yeah. You're meeting Bones. She's a little old lady who walks around leaning on a femur, and you can't see her face too well because it's covered in a cloak, and it looks like she has some armor under there. Maybe it's just fur, but Bones is walking around with you, and she's feeling good. Needs to find her children to forgive them for their sins before they die.
I love it.
Nice. You guys
These
put a lot
accents
of
are
thought.
amazing. If you drop these accents, I'm damaging your character 1 hit point
Don't
every time
worry,
you
I will
talk
not.
in these accents.
The gourdy board board.
I use the random character generator because I feel like it's a good way to play this game.
Oh, so did I.
Me too.
Oh, you did. Nice. I am a Heiru, the occult herb master,
Nice. Yeah, you are.
from the all the way from the illegal midnight markets of Schleswig.
Ooh. That's
I am.
Isn't that where
Schleswig.
COVID started?
Yeah, I'm from the wet markets of Schleswig. And I definitely look like the patient zero of a lot of stuff. I am corpulent, ravenous, and drooling. That's on the character sheet. And
Nice.
my best friend is a skull. I carry it with me
Hell
and
yeah.
tell it everything and trust no one more. And I think it's like, yeah, it's the head of my former best friend. Did we ever actually know each other? It's unclear. And the skull's remaining hair and my hair are like braided together, and sometimes I swing it around and talk
incredible.
to it.
Yikes.
Amazing.
How do we say your name again?
You whipping Nene.
Heiru.
Amazing.
Heiru.
Hey, Roo. So Pork, Hey, Roo, and Bones. Can I get all these characters'
And
pronouns?
Kurt.
And Kurt is the skull?
Bones uses she, her pronouns, because she's a nice, kind lady.
Great.
Pork is he, him, and sometimes what?
Heiru will answer to pretty much whatever.
Pretty much whatever.
Does the monkey have a name? I can't remember.
Yes, the monkey's name is Bork.
Bork, of
Pork and
course.
Bork? Of
Yes.
course it
It's
is.
Bork and pork,
The
right?
Henson Workshop
Yes.
I missed
monkey.
a chance to have the skull be named Mindy.
Ah.
Oh boy, the
retcon.
monkey's name should be Mindy, huh? Pork and Mindy.
Wait, is it Bork or pork? Is there a P or a B?
His name is Pork, like
Pork,
like
okay.
the pig, like swine
I thought
flesh.
so. I thought so, but then I doubted
Pork.
myself.
Pork and Pindy.
Pork
All right,
and
cool.
Pindy.
Let's do it.
It always feels weird asking for the character pronouns in a game like this that's designed to grind the players into like a meat paste, but
Yeah, well, you want to be
gotta do it.
respectful
Good
to the
housekeeping.
paste.
This game, if you're watching, It's just gross and violent by nature. It's gonna get gnarly. So that's that's the warning screen that's flashing up as you're starting the movie.
There will be substance abuse.
Yeah.
This game is intended
by the
for
players
mature
and the
audiences only.
Yes, this game is intended for immature, mature audiences only.
Perfect.
As we mentioned, this game has a wealth of creation tools. There's a really fun one-click character generator. There's a dungeon generator. Usually when I run this game, I just do the one-click tools and I riff the game. It takes like seconds to prepare, but not tonight. Tonight, we're running a published adventure, and not just by anyone, by our very own friend of the stream, Jason Wardell, the person providing the spooky music you're listening to right now. Jason creates very cool back pocket zine-sized games, and this is an adventure that Jason sent me, and that I kind of converted into the Mork Borg system, which was not difficult to do. This is The Dungeon Near the Shadow by Jason Wardell. Perfect name for a Mork Borg adventure. So that's what we're going to be playing. If I get the Mork Borg rules wrong, I am doing it on purpose, okay? If you're watching. Every rule I get wrong is an editorial decision. No, I'm sure I'll get something wrong. But
He's homebrewing.
yeah. I know Harlan is relatively new to the game.
True.
So I'll kind of explain how the game is played as we play it, but it's quite simple. So we can cannonball right in, unless either of you had any housekeeping.
No, let's cannibal right in.
It did sound like cannibal, huh?
I get
Cannonball.
I get to brew decoctions.
Yeah.
Ooh.
There's no intro now. We're going straight to it.
Should I do that before we start? It's a random table.
There's no credits.
Can do an intro.
Yeah, why don't you do...
Should we find
do a
out what drugs
decoction.
we have?
Yes.
Yeah, do it.
All right.
Wait, can we cut to a recap that's Bork doing the recap?
Yeah, you're all members of this caravan of opportunity, these kind of scrappy stragglers who wander around this fantasy wasteland.
Nord. The Gordon Bork the Dork Jort. The Borgen! The Borg, Nork! The Borg, Nork.
We're doing this next time, too. All right, that was a good recap. That was a good one. You nailed it again.
That's pretty good, I guess.
We have fun here.
Great.
Okay.
Well, let me read the intro here for the adventure. We'll kick it off. The persistent suborbital occlusion sits writhing in the west. It dropped from the heavens, some say, or maybe it bubbled out of the ground, or burst out of the space between air 3 years past. Some call it the shadow for how it negates the light, throwing everything it covers in opaque darkness. The sun no longer sets in the west, it disappears into the shadow, and every evening you can hear prayers at every hearth that it return unchanged the next day. Most things that enter the shadow do not return, and if they do, they are seldom unchanged. And we find you all have come to the town of Krotak, because you have heard of an opportunity here. The townsfolk have taken up a collection of their meager gold. They've suffered a spate of burglaries, and so they have they want some people of violent repute to come and perhaps suss out the burglar, bring them to justice, recover their items, and so your kind of caravan of opportunity has shambled here to the border of Krotak, which is the last settlement before the shadow here. Beyond Krotak is just kind of gray, drab, arid plains with the shadow kind of hanging over them within sight. And yeah, you're all kind of just on the dirt road that leads into town. There's some like pastures nearby. with fences. You could see some livestock grazing. You could see smoke curling up from the chimneys in town, and townsfolk kind of going about their business. And I say that you're in a caravan of opportunity because this game kills players so quickly that should your character die, you will become another person who's in the caravan of opportunity and still get to play the game. The last time I ran this, someone died immediately, like 10 minutes into the adventure, so...
Yeah, right at the credit roll. It was some real
yeah.
James Gunn shit.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Gordon,
Cool. So
for Lord
where is the scene
Lord.
that we are starting? Like where specifically?
You're just kind of on the outskirts of town here, the town of Krotak.
Well,
This is the town that's put out the call for assistance.
since the three of us are the most liked in the caravan, I think we should go in first and see what there is to be seen. What do you say, fellas? Shall we do our usual smile and wave to the crowds?
Gordon.
I'm gonna rummage around in my backpack to see what drugs I have.
Yes.
It's kind of my only ability is to make and use drugs.
Yeah,
And it says,
Pork is...
according to the random character generator, I am cruel and prone to substance abuse.
Nice.
Perfect.
Why not?
That's why I
Yeah.
like you.
You just rolled me.
Shut up.
It's my Bumble bio, you piece of shit.
Hey, Rue.
Yeah, Pork...
Which drugs do you have on you today? Just so I know what we're dealing with before we go in.
I will swirl around and catch the skull in my hand and point it at you while I'm sort of tipped over looking through my backpack. And the skull will say to you, I don't know, I'm looking. And I don't know, let's roll to see what 2 random decoctions I have right now. I make them every day.
I always love the suspense in this part when he rummages
2?
around in his backpack.
And
Don't you, Pork?
7.
Pork.
I thought
Got some Izumiel's Vapor. That's pretty good.
Oh, hell yeah.
And I've got some Hyphosa's Enervating Snuff.
Damn, dude.
Pretty
Aaron,
good.
you're not supposed to play Kai here. You need to play
Nice.
your...
Yeah.
You want some?
Side note, I've done snuff in real life, and it's pretty hardcore.
Yeah.
It's
Nice.
like tobacco,
I
cocaine.
also have tobacco, cocaine, tobacco, cane.
Bones will look over at Pork and say, Pork, how are you feeling today? You feeling ready to talk to the town?
Pork is polishing the scabbard of his massive Zweihander, and he, as you look over and talk to him, he clutches it jealously to himself, and he goes, Pork! Pork, you poor pork! You not dork, pork! As though to say, mine.
Wonderful. I'm glad you're feeling good. Anyway,
You should do the talking. I'm not feeling great.
wonderful.
And I'm wearing like leather rags, and I have my only weapon, as opposed to the giant beautiful sword, is a human femur.
I also have a human femur.
Nice. Cross
Why
it.
they call
Let's say
me
that
Bones?
you two looted the same skeleton on the
same
road, and you each
skeleton.
grabbed a femur to use as kind of
Twinsies.
They're good ones.
an inefficient cudgel.
Yeah, I had a
person-
femur beforehand, but I got rid of it to upgrade my femur. Was like, this is a good femur. So yeah,
That wasn't a femur.
yeah.
The one you had
okay, it
before
was
wasn't
more
a
of a
femur.
tibia. I
Some
understand.
yeah, tibia at best. A
Okay.
radius, maybe an ulna.
I think I just kind of like charge forward then, and I start like walking into the town. I'm like, come on, boys, all 4 of you, and I'm kind of like yelling. I'm like, we're here to slay the dragon or find the child. I can't remember. She's very forgetful, so I'm not forgetting the mission. But yeah.
You kind of walk in and kind of announce yourselves, but no one's kind of in your immediate vicinity. You can hear through the various huts, you can hear someone kind of yelling, like when you hear someone like ranting and raving in the distance, you can kind of hear the echo of someone kind of yelling here in the town. Like, listen to me. And the town seems kind of quiet where you are.
My monkey looks in that direction and points, and then slaps me on the back, and I start lumbering.
Yeah, I'll follow you.
Oh, okay. I thought that was just the echo of my own voice. Let's go.
Yeah, you kind of come to the main town square, and there's a bedraggled man in kind of what was perhaps once several robes, but now kind of hang over each other in just like filthy drapery. And he's got like long matted hair, and he's just kind of yelling at townsfolk who are very clearly kind of not listening to him. He's like, "The time is at hand when you, all of you, will account. Then you too will live eternally in pain and suffering under the great cleansing darkness." And he's like pointing at people, and they're kind of just, walking by with a basket of eggs or, carrying some blankets.
Goodness, excuse me, sir. How do you know all of these things? Excuse me.
I've been to the shadow. He grabs your shoulder, and he's like, he's like looking at you, but it's also like he's looking past you.
Well, I forgive you.
I've been to the shadow, friend. I've seen the change. I've seen what happens.
And I forgive you
What
for
happens?
Sorry, what'd you say, Aaron?
What happens?
The shadow, it changes all who go within it. It is the new way of things.
Shadow wouldn't change me.
that. Yeah, we also wouldn't change me. We're unchangeable. No problem here.
Oh, yes. That's what you think. That's what you think.
I also agree with you. That is what I think.
You like changing, old man? I'll pull out a couple of vials of Azumiel's vapor. You want to change?
He looks at them, and
you
with
at him.
a gnarled little hand, he starts like snatching at them.
Well, I'll give him one of them. One for you,
cool.
one for me.
He pops the cork and drinks it. What does it do? I don't know.
I think it's like a smelling salt or something. I
it
don't
like
know.
revives
Either way,
you?
Yeah, you huff it. You pass oh no, there's no positive effect. Okay. Pass a DR14 test or severe hallucinations for D4 hours.
Oh, yes. All right, let me roll. So this is a great first example of a test. Much like Dungeons & Dragons, you roll a D20, and then there are 4 abilities that you test. There's agility, presence, strength, and toughness. And so you'll roll a D20, and if you have a modifier, you'll add it.
It's basically just taking acid or drinking a Four Loko.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, what am I testing?
It just says test. It says
it doesn't say specifically?
It says pass a DR14 test.
Oh, okay. I'd say that's probably toughness. Toughness is resisting poisons and things like that. So, it's a DR14. What'd you get?
Says.
9.
Got no.
I think I have a roll table of horrible hallucinations, so bear with me and let me see if I can find it. My game book is packed away, so I'm using the PDF, so it takes a second.
Yeah. I think pork and bones are just chit-chatting and
Doesn't say horrible, it just says severe.
Oh, okay. Just that's true. That's true. So you were kind of condescending to this kind of street prophet. What was your name again?
Hey, free drugs.
And as this like kicks in, you both like lock in, like as your pupils like.
I grab him by the shoulders, like, you fucking ready, old man?
And he grabs you right back, and he's like screaming, and it sounds like an angle grinder on like concrete. It's like.
I'm immediately out of the saddle. It's immediately too much. Like, you ready? And he fucking turns into infinity creature. Like, oh, God.
He's just kind of locked onto you, and you two are kind of teetering on with locked knees around the square, screaming and chattering at each other. What are you
I
doing?
love to
Pork?
advance the
And-
adventure.
I look
I'm
over.
sitting
I look
on
over.
a barrel eating an apple and just watching this go down. Like
I
it
look over at
happens a
him and
lot.
say, "We're never gonna save those kids. We are never gonna save those kids."
Gord.
Yes, I agree. We do work
I'm
too
alternating
hard.
between 1 minute I'm over there, I'm laughing with the guy. The other minute, a minute later, we're both crying.
He's like screaming in your face with this like gray spittle, like flecking your face. Like, the shadow is pouring out of you. The shadow is pouring out of you.
I know. What do I do?
Put your shadow away.
Gordon Mord.
How long did these? Isn't it like an hour or something?
D4 hours
Gord.
I love
This is great.
All right, let me roll
of real
for hours.
playtime.
Yes, that's it. That's sorry. I guess we know what Aaron's doing.
This is what my character would do.
We're playing
Ruin the
adventure
game.
in real time. Yeah, it's clear that it's not wearing off anytime soon. As you and
Maybe they can, shepherd us.
sure, yeah, whatever they want to do.
We don't have to
here
just
as-
be doing me hallucinating.
Yeah, can we just cut to
follow along.
Heyru screaming, and then it's like that a D4 hours later, and they're still screaming, and we're like waking up after snacking.
Hey, you were on the road for a while, so it makes sense. You've kind of sat down, rested.
Fair enough.
And it's this kind of street preacher. His scream just stops abruptly, and he kind of like blinks twice and like clears his throat, and he turns and just walks away. He just walks down
Okay.
the avenue and turns the corner and is gone.
Are you not missing any children? All right, whatever.
You owe me 6 silver.
Hey, Roo, did you figure out any mysteries when you were deep inside the abyss of your mind?
Huh?
Did you figure out any mysteries while you were deep inside the abyss of your mind?
Yeah. I learned that my best friend is a skull, but so am I. And so are you.
I do have bones inside of me.
We're all skulls.
Gord. He shakes his head as though to say, not me.
Yeah.
Especially you, big guy. Especially you.
I think pork just has metal in there. Have you ever had butted him? It's terrible.
You know I have.
I know that you. That's what I'm saying. I know that you know it's terrible.
Why'd you have to bring up the headbutting thing?
Well, because you're talking about his head out of turn. That's what I'm saying. You shouldn't just go talking about people's
I'm
heads.
sorry, Borg.
Anyway,
Gurdy headbutt.
where are these missing children? I'm like screaming around here.
A tall woman is walking towards you. She's pretty powerfully built. She's wearing a blacksmith's apron of boiled leather. Her hair is cut pretty short and a bit unevenly. And
I pull out 2 more vials of Azumiel's vapor.
the whole adventure is just you getting
Oh,
NPCs
boy.
fucked up.
I'm just kidding.
Wordy problem. Chemical dependence. Yordy board.
Her nose is a bit mashed too. It's clearly been stove in more than a few times, and it looks like she'd, was on a course to walk by. But as you're ranting about these missing children, she comes over and kind of regards your caravan a bit with an arched eyebrow, and she's like, "You here for the offer then?"
Yes, to find the missing children. That's correct.
I don't know about any missing children, but the call was about the burglaries.
Ah, yes. That's what I said. The burglar children. And you all would know too. This is the thing that happens often. Bones can't remember like, important facts ever.
Just kind of like looking for the right person to talk to. This is clearly not Pork or the monkey or the person shaking the vials who's coming down from a ferocious trip or this elderly woman who is not sure why she's here. And this woman's like, well, go down to the tavern and talk to Bert. She can set you up.
Borg,
Tavern, huh? I'm already on my way.
All right, don't let me forget that, Pork.
Bert.
Oh, yeah.
Bert.
Cool. Yeah, we head
What
there.
was the other game we played, Jordan, where you did a character like this?
Bert.
I had to just intuit everything.
God, I can't
I
wait.
played a character named the Bloke once, who's the only thing he said was in it.
and Big Mango.
Oh yeah, Big Mango. Yeah, it's a theme.
Somebody else too. Anyway, yeah, you could walk down the way here. There's a tavern with the building itself is a bit decrepit on the outside, but the sign looks somewhat new, as the iron is clean. And this tavern is named the Sow's Teat. And you can kind of smell the reek of like old spilled ale even before you open the door.
I walk in and I'm like, I'll have one milk, please.
Gurdy, board, sow.
Yes, please, one milk. Milk for the old lady. One milk.
Milk comes out curdled in this world to begin with.
Curdle the world, Mork Borg.
The barkeep, you can't tell. She could be like in her 20s and has had a rough life. Or she could be even older than you, Bones. She's kind of small and wiry. She's got like a bit of kind of copper-colored hair, but she's got like just an uneven maze of wrinkles on her face, and she takes you all in as you come in and takes your drink orders. She's like, milk? You want milk?
Yeah, it's a sow's teat, and I want it fresh from the teat, please.
Teat.
All right, I'll be back in a moment. She takes a mug from the shelf and walks out the back. You hear like the door kind of swing and bang shut on its hinges, and maybe.
So while she's gone, let's murder Bert.
Reach behind the bar and grab a bottle of whatever is closest.
That's what we're here to do, right? We're assassins. To murder Bert. No? We need to heal Bert. Well, that's much better. Thank you, Pork. Thanks for keeping me. Yeah, thanks for keeping me on track.
I swear, I think both of you are saying the same thing most of the time.
Yeah, there's a bottle of spirits that you can pull out. With a cork in it, some sort of amber liquor.
Now we'll put down a couple of pieces of silver and pour myself a drink.
Great.
Yeah, I think Pork grabs the bottle and just sort of takes a long draw straight from it with his horrible mouth, and then passes it back to the others.
As he takes a drink,
a strand of spittle still hanging from it.
Yeah. As you grab the bottle and take a drink, I begrudgingly put down a couple more silver, and then as you continue drinking, a couple more.
Yeah, it's some sort of cheap rot gut that you would expect in a place like this.
That is terrible. I love it.
And about 2 minutes later, you hear the door bang shut again, and Bert comes back with the mug and sets it down in front of you, Bones, and it's a bubbling cup of milk, and there's a a spiral of blood still spinning on the top.
God, awful.
Oh, yummy. She said, look how fresh from
If you order milk to drink in Mork Borg, that's how you're getting it.
God.
Oh, it's frothy.
That looks good.
She has like a full-on blood stash when she puts it back down. And
Blood
yeah, race me to the bottom of this well, Andrew. Let's
We've all
do
been
it.
there.
And she
Placental milk.
she looks back at the bartender and leans in real close and goes, do you know anyone here by the name of Bert?
Yeah, that's me. I'm Bert.
We thought we would. We've been putting together clues to try and find you. We're gonna get this reward so quickly now. I say.
You the folks come about the burglaries in?
Burglary.
Yes.
Burglaries?
She's just again looking at you, much like the Smiths apprentices, kind of just taking you in one by one. Yeah. Well, we've taken up a collection. There's 38 gold pieces. If you can find who's been burglar in the town and bring us back our things. I'll tell you specifically. I had a locket taken. It had a bit of silver flowers on it. I want that locket back.
Yes.
How much gold do you have?
We've got 38 altogether.
We'll take it. I mean, double it. Fuck. Shit. We'll take it.
She's like, good, because we can't double it.
Triple it?
She's looking at
I
you,
will slide
Bones.
my chair over away from the conversation and pour myself another drink.
I'm running some milk through my hair. So, like,
Oh, gross.
all right,
Don't like
boys,
that at all.
we've got some kids to find.
What is it with you and kids?
Okay, no, sorry. It's not it. No,
I don't think I've ever even seen a kid.
I think you can tell she's like always kind of just like throwing things out to read your facial reactions by it, to be like, oh, that's not what we're doing? Okay, all right, sorry, I couldn't quite remember. And she's kind of just like looking for direction from you all, but is gung-ho.
Not gonna get it, ever.
Yeah. All right, well, she looks at Bert and she goes, I forgive you, and we will get that pocket for you.
I'm not an outgoing person when it comes to planning. I'm more of a go with the flow type.
I just need reminders of what we're doing. I can handle everything else.
Lock it.
Burglaries.
Gertie Locket.
Yeah, Bert takes a nib and a bit of like irregular parchment, and she like writes some notes for you, and she passes it to you, Bones. And
What's
she's
that
like,
you're doing?
she's like,
What's that you're doing with that there?
Yeah,
Never seen that before.
Pork grabs his weapon and
I back
starts
up
to
suddenly
like he's
from the
gonna
bar.
draw.
What the
it.
fuck is this?
Are
you doing magic?
Oh, no. I know this one. These are notes to help me remember. You will never do this for me. And this bird here has been very sweet. They brought me milk and memory notes. So we're gonna go help them find, looks down at notes, a locket that was burgled for gold. For 36 gold, they wrote down on the paper.
Gordon writing down and Burton Gordon.
Oh, there's almost another word in there.
Birdie Burden, sometimes a Durban Burden.
Yeah, especially when Pork drinks, some more words kind of come out.
yeah, the drunker he gets,
Yeah,
the more
give him some
lucid
more.
he gets.
Burden Glurden mixing it up. And
Oh boy, you're gonna like this stuff. I'm gonna give you one of the. Just keep this for later. It's like a little paper packet filled with this like crystalline snuff. Yeah. That's good stuff.
Burden.
All right.
It's It'll make you feel really hot and angry, but in a good way.
I turn around and look at the bar and say, all right, whoever stole Bert's locket, fess up now.
There's a few kind of miserable-looking people, and then they kind of like look up and frown at you. There's a very disheveled man with kind of matted hair that's like dipped into his mug of ale, and he's the only one who doesn't look up. He's just kind of like muttering to himself.
Rude.
All right, boys, get him. That's the one.
Who?
The one who didn't react, the one who didn't get up.
I will walk over to him. I'll just kind of stomp over to him, clang, 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 and grab him by the jacket and spin him around on his stool and put a finger in his face and go, "Gordon, Gordon."
You better listen to everything he says.
Oh,
It's
gotta
like
help.
spit and blood, or kind of, I think a tooth even flies out and hits him in the face.
If you don't do what he
Don't
says,
worry,
you're in
it's not
trouble,
his
man.
tooth.
Yeah.
Gordon.
Bert hollers at, and she's like, hey, don't go roughing up my customers. That's Graham. He's not well in the head.
That's Grim.
Well, me neither.
Leave Grim alone.
Graham didn't take anything. Graham basically lives in here, and I have to guide him home, and he passes out face down. Graham didn't take anything.
Man after my own heart.
Sounds fun. Yeah, sounds fun.
If it was someone in Krotak, I think I'd know who it was.
Oh, so
You think it's someone from outside of town?
Yeah, Pork
guess the
kind of lets
Town's
him go.
been doing well since we got our lands back, and I don't think anyone here has got cause to rob anyone.
I've been known to deal in unsavory and illegal substances in the past. Where would a enterprising tradesperson go to do that kind of business?
She kind of shrugs. She's like, "Well, this is just a bar. What were you looking for?"
Oh, I mean, I was going to look for information about your locket, but what do you got?
She's like, "This is about the seamiest place in town, Brent. If there's information on any skullduggery, I'd have it, but I don't have any information about this burglary. I've got a bit of this, a bit of that. She's got.
You want to trade?
I'll tell you what she's got. I got a roll for
Buy,
it.
sell?
Erden Schmurden, let's get out of here then.
Yeah, I'll catch up with you in a second.
Sorry, is there a? I'll tell you what she's got.
I'll kind of put this guy back on his stool and I'll be like, Borden apologizing. And I reach in my pocket and I give him a handful of teeth.
He just kind of takes it momentarily and lets it fall out of
Doesn't matter.
his hand. Yeah, and he
Don't
spilled
put it
half
in
of
your
the
pocket.
drink all over his shirt. He didn't seem to
Otherwise, it
care at
would
all.
get mixed in with the others and become just a tooth. Which it is. No one? All right, never mind.
I couldn't tell what you were doing. It seemed
That's
fun.
what he says to. It's what he says to the guy in No Country for Old Men when he gives him
Oh,
a
right.
quarter.
I knew something was happening. I just wasn't
Yep.
quick enough for it.
Anyway, you want
She's got a dose of black poison. And she has some of Ferner's filter. Black poison is a poison that blinds you, and Ferner's filter is a translucent oil that is dabbed into the eye that heals infection and gives you a bit of a boon on presence tests.
I'll trade you an Azumiel's vapor for a Ferner's filter.
That's a great quote from the game.
do you think?
Episode title. She's thinking on it. Give me a presence roll. Presence test roll.
15 plus 0.
She's like, she thinks about it and she's like, I haven't had any Azumia's vapor in a bit. Sold. And she'll trade it for you.
Cool. I will do that.
Great. So Furnace Filter, you dab it into your eye. It heals infection and gives +2 on presence tests for D4 hours.
Actually has a positive effect.
I know,
How about
crazy.
that?
Who knew?
No,
One of my
wait,
least favorites.
It says here it also gives you hepatitis.
Oh, after the D4
alright.
hours, your eyeball falls out of your head. Sorry.
Turns
Yeah,
into
that
a
was gonna
rat
hap-
and attacks
That's going
you.
to happen anyway.
Should have kept reading. My bad. Sorry.
Pork is gonna kind of brush this guy off and clap him on the back, and then he stumbles outside and sort of takes in the gloomy evening air to wait for the others to wrap up this RP sesh.
I'll meet you outside.
I come out with my mouth totally covered in milk and blood and say, all right, I'm ready to go.
Gurdon, milk and burping. It's fun after a while, huh?
Yes, it's really...
I
Not
feel
at
like
first.
you've settled into it. You developed it.
Yeah.
At first, it was, you've advanced the whole thing. Gotten into a more
It's really become more of a boomhauer than a Swedish chef, which I appreciate.
Gloomhauer,
That is
Doomhauer.
the evolution.
Doomhauer.
Doomhauer.
Damn, King of the Hill Mork Borg crossover needs to happen ASAP. Holy shit.
I am the voice of the shadow.
Amazing.
Don't touch my mace. I don't know you.
Amazing.
God damn it, Dracula.
Having fun. Fucking hell.
Oh my god.
Oh boy. Well, that needs to actually happen. That would be entertaining.
I sell gloom and gloom accessories.
Wow.
All right.
Fuck.
I sell pain. Oh, pain accessories.
All right, please get us anywhere, Andrew, as we all
Go
are standing
outside.
outside.
I put my hand on,
I'm enjoying these,
Jordan's shoulder,
these riffs.
and I close my eyes. and I go wherever he goes.
And I as I'm going where the monkey goes, we end up at a fruit stand selling
Nice.
terrible, evil, wicked bananas.
Hard, bad candy.
Hard, bad nanas.
Only black licorice, just for you, Jordan.
God,
The only
no.
candy
This is
available
truly
in
hell.
Mork Borg.
Oh,
Black
God, it's
licorice.
true. Salted licorice.
The cursed food, as it was written in the Omnomnomicon.
That tall woman with the smith's apron kind of walks by. Looks like she's got another load. She's got this kind of wooden crate of iron, and she looks at y'all. She's like, "Did Bert get you straightened out?"
Yes.
Murder burden.
Maybe.
Hey, Bert got me all milked up.
She's like, "You drink milk in the sow's teat?"
Yes.
Burden.
Yeah.
Why is that bad?
Kinda, not if you like milk from a sick pig, I suppose.
That's
your
I
episode
usually pay
title.
more money for sick
Yeah.
pig milk.
Is there
so-
any other kind of milk in Mork Borg world? That sounds like best case scenario to me. Like at least it's a sick pig.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
I kind of
the pig was
smack Bones on the shoulder and point to the note. And I'm like, we're Borton writing
Yes.
down it?
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. I we are going to look for the missing locket that was stolen by someone outside of town, and we're going to get paid 34 gold for it.
This tall woman kind of nods and she's like, well, I don't know who's been pilfering everyone. They didn't steal anything from me, but if I was you, I'd head east. There's the remains of a dungeon not too far from town. I saw some lights flickering there a few nights ago and didn't pay it much mind. Thought perhaps it could be a traveler, but you might give that a visit.
If I know anything about anything, it's that lockets get stored in dungeons. And
Dungeon fun gungeon bungeon.
she wipes the milk and blood off her face and starts walking.
Sorry about my friends. And I'm even more sorry about myself. And I look at her for a little bit too long, and I turn around and leave.
She's like, good luck. She walks off. Y'all gonna head out to investigate this?
Think so.
Yeah, let's do it.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
All milked up. Don't know what to do. It's when you turn
What do you think,
around
Kurt?
to see Doomhauer.
Spin the skull around. What's that? Kurt thinks we should go to the dungeon.
If I know anything about this world, is that when a skull with hair on it tells you to do something, you do it.
What's wrong with his hair?
Nothing. I'm saying
Don't
he
listen
looks,
to her, Kurt.
This was nothing but praise and faith in Kurt.
Pork kind of looks up at his monkey and he's like, Bork, 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 and Bork, as though to ask if he agrees, and the monkey literally rolls its eyes at him. And that's all that happens, and he looks a little sad.
All right. Let's go atone for our sins.
More Gordon.
Cool. Yeah, you walk a bit over an hour as the last gray light of day is fading, and the shadow that was kind of dominating the horizon is now looming over you, and before you could see a kind of a squat building above ground, and at one point it seemed to have some large gates, like iron banded wooden gates that have kind of one is just hanging loose on one hinge, and the other one is flat on the ground. Looks like these were broken down long ago, but it would seem like this is this looks appropriately dungeon-esque.
Nice.
It could even be the titular dungeon near the shadow.
Wow.
This must be the place.
The shadow seems to be kind of all around it, although you could kind of stand by these gates and not be inside the shadow.
Wow, we went from the goat's teat to the titular dungeon. This is really this is a good omen.
Teats with you.
This is a good omen.
I will drunkenly stumble inside.
Great. It's just kind of a wide room with a stone floor. It has there's kind of
Oh yeah, it reminds me of home. Look at that. This is a nice one.
Scraps of fabric, some burnt logs. It looks like someone definitely made a camp here.
I've walked in with my eyes closed, but from what I can tell, there's some sort of fire that used to be here.
And beyond that, you could see descending into darkness, there are steps, stone steps that lead down.
I've opened my eyes, and in front of me there are stone steps that lead down.
I will go look down them, teetering precariously and drunkenly at the top.
Oh.
Why don't you give me an agility test just for fun? Because you made yourself drunk, and we need more rolls.
I did. I made myself drunk, and I even went out of the way to tell you that I was standing at the top of the stairs.
Teetering even. Teetering.
No.
What do you guys think I rolled?
Hi.
A 6.
Lower.
Wait, is this do you roll
What's
d20s or d6s in this game?
You roll a d20.
Oh no.
Please don't
I
roll
rolled a-
d6s.
I rolled with my modifiers, that's a 0.
Oh my god.
Incredible.
Good lord.
You pitch ass over tea kettle down the stairs, bumping and clumping. Bumping and clumping. That doesn't make any sense.
Bumping and clumping.
Sure it does.
It's a dance that I'm doing on the way down.
The old bump and clump.
Oh god.
Look at him, he's clumping.
Pork, you're missing it. He's doing the bump and clump.
Down. You're gonna take 2 damage,
I'm laughing. I'm so hurt.
and yeah, this
I don't
game you
have a lot
like
of
no
hit points.
Yeah, we
pick
all
one of your
start out
decoctions.
fucking-
It is broken. You've lost one of your decoctions.
Go ahead.
I
quick,
guess I
lick it off
should
the
roll
floor.
to see which one it is.
Lick it off the floor.
I have 3 different kinds, so I'm gonna roll a d6.
Nice.
Yeah, everybody in this game starts out as like a pure invalid.
I have 6 hit
Yeah.
points. So
Braggity
I
brag.
have 5.
Let me see if I have any of those left. I got 2 left.
Oh my god.
I broke a Zumiel's Vapor,
Ugh.
and I still have 2 left. Oh no, I still have 1 left because I sold 1.
Yeah, you come to a rest against an iron door with the kind of a undignified clang.
I'm good.
perfect. Open the door then, since you're down there
And
already.
it comes after way too long, and also I'm clearly not good.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of clump down
good.
the stairs as soon as I hear them say that.
Yeah,
I
you
like
can see-
wait for it to hear sounds of death, and when there's sounds of life, he's like, "We're bored and bored,"
I'm good.
and goes down.
Kurt, are
You
you
see
okay?
Haru kind of lying in a pool of shadow down at the bottom of this, up against
I would like to.
I think Kurt is inside me.
I would like to add that when the fall happened, the monkey kind of freaked out, which made it all the scarier.
Yeah. If nothing else, it was all quite loud.
Yes,
Mm-hmm. Full of a took.
Very quiet place.
I'm full of a took.
Yeah, I just lie there.
And Pork, yeah, you could kind of come down where he's like writhing.
Help him up.
At the bottom of this
Oh,
door.
thank you.
The door, it looks like the door to a prison or a dungeon. It is thoroughly made of iron, and it has like a set kind of iron handle, and there's like a keyhole beneath it.
I'm
The
gonna
keyhole is jammed with like various like sticks.
start kicking it open.
Cool. Give me a. Oh, I know what it is. Keep wanting
Strength.
D&D terms. Yes, a strength roll. This being the door to a dungeon, the difficulty is quite high.
Okay,
I'm going to make the difficulty 19.
so I just roll 1 dice, right?
1d20.
Oh, I thought it was D6 for some reason.
No.
We've been playing
The
Duster
players
so
are like,
much.
wow, I've been rolling like shit. No, it's a d20. It's a d20.
These are some pretty Mork Borgian die that I picked. Agility tests are DR +2. Excluding defense, you're incapable of understanding scrolls, so that's fun.
That tracks. That tracks.
I got a 15.
Cool. You are kicking the shit out of this door, and it is not moving. The arch is stone. The door is clearly thick and heavy, and it's just booming back at you. Gung, gung.
Incredible.
Jason.
Yes.
Amazing work.
Ah,
Get some
so
Jasons in the
loud.
chat, please.
I legit thought that was sound from someone's microphone that they were picking up.
He kind of gives, from the fucking churchyard nearby.
Yeah.
He kind of gives up and slumps down and he goes, Borg, and looks to his monkey. Can my monkey slip through the bars?
There aren't bars. It's solid.
Oh, okay.
I'll just.
I thought there was
I want to
bars.
lean over these two big lugs and just take out all of the sticks.
Cool. Yeah, there's some sticks just kind of jammed in the keyhole, and you can like pull them out. It looks like they were kind of jammed in there, and when they're gone, you can just see there's like a black keyhole there.
Can you? Is there anything? Does it go to all the way through the other side, or is it?
Just darkness beyond. That's all you can see.
Cool. I scream into it. Open.
Is it locked?
I don't know. You tell me.
I will try the door just to see if it's locked.
Yeah, it has like a set kind of iron handle on it. And as soon as you touch it and pull it, you hear a terrible snick. And I want you to give me an agility test.
Oh boy.
Of difficulty 14 as the door makes a terrible sound when you
A terrible
pull on the
snick.
handle.
No.
Oh god.
2.
The rings around the door snap shut on your wrist, and the whole thing begins to rotate, and it just pulls your arm into this like these gnashing gears inside the door that like pull your arm up halfway through its forearm, destroying your hand and wrist in the process. You're going to take. You're going to take 2 damage, and your hand is ruined.
I'll do you one better. I'm dead.
Oh no!
If you're at 0 hit points, you don't die.
I'm not dead.
I roll.
That was my character talking. I'm dead.
But you fall unconscious, and then I roll, and you could be dead.
Okay. I'm unconscious.
I'll let you roll because you might die. Roll a d4.
1.
Oh goodness.
Good or bad?
I think that's good. Sorry, I'm looking it up right now. Give me 2 seconds.
That's good, huh?
I'm using the PDF.
Yeah.
I know that there's a chance of dying. I think a 4, you die. Give me 2 seconds.
While you're like unconscious and your arm is just in this like meat grinder item of a trap that is like your body's being pulled in, I'm just kind of like dancing around, being like, "Oh no! Oh
My
no!"
monkey is freaking out. Bork is going nuts.
Oh, phew. Yeah, 1 is the best that can happen.
Nice. I'm good.
A few moments later, you wake with roll a d4 again.
That's a crazy kip. 4.
You have 4 hit points.
Wow.
Fine. I'm better than I was, actually.
Better than ever.
With your mangled, sharpened pencil of an arm, and there's a clunk, and the door opens on squeaking hinges, and there's just darkness beyond.
I did it. Honestly, I did it. I think I'm feeling a lot of adrenaline right now. I'm feeling actually pretty good. Feeling pretty great. With my one hand, I'm going to pull out a packet of Hyphos's enervating snuff, and I'm going to fucking rail that shit to my face.
Just the one hand cutting it.
Yeah!
What does that do for you?
I go berserk.
Nice.
What? Can you tell me what magnesium strip does for me?
This is just for flavor. Oh, I also have one of those.
Magnesium strip.
Lets you start a
I'll
fire.
tell you what.
Make
I'll check it out on break. We're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna drink. We're gonna pee. We're gonna drink pee because it's Mork Borg, baby. We'll be back in a couple
the
minutes.
only water there is.
Yep. Room temperature piss, and we'll be back.
blood milk.
If it's room temperature.
Proper player punishing portion of the dungeon of this adventure. So we'll see you
Good Lord.
shortly.
We're gonna bleed. We're gonna milk, and we'll see you in just 5 minutes.
We're gonna bleed milk.
Better than
We're
death,
back.
everybody. Better than death.
Better than that, in the dungeon near the shadow. Playing some Mork Borg. Let's get right back into it as you
I lost my arm,
successfully open the door.
and I'm feeling better than ever.
Yeah, no sweat.
Better than Mork Borg.
As Heru drunkenly fell down the stairs and then got his arm mangled, but the door opened and the
It did it.
dungeon lies within. It's very dark. Do any of you have any kind of torch or other kind of illuminating?
I have a
device
magnesium
in your
strip.
person?
I too have
Yeah, I told you I was going to look that up,
magnesium
and
strip.
I lied.
You
Let's look.
super
right now.
didn't. It seems like
I
something
have
that could help.
I have a decoction that I can make that lets you see in the dark. Can I now? So I have the
Not good.
decoctions from before. They last 24 hours. It says that they last 24 hours, and you can make them every day. But I can't choose what kind of decoctions to make. But I could try and just see what comes out.
Sure, go for him. I'm trying to find magnesium strip here. It does
All right.
sound like magnesium burns, so
Yeah, I think this is.
Yeah.
A fire starter.
I'll try and make some stuff, and I'll pull out the mortar and pestle, a lighter and a spoon, and see what I come up with. 8 black poison. That is not
It's
see in the dark stuff, and
The opposite.
8 more black poison.
good lord,
Incredible.
helpful.
I have this.
That what will that kill our enemies?
Actually, not only will it
Blinds-
not let you see
blinds
in the
them.
dark, it will blind you.
Can we use it in combat? I guess is what I'm asking, or is it like a long term? Like
Yeah, you can do anything with it.
Ooh, I
Cooking,
think
cleaning.
if we blind everyone we see, then we're all in the dark.
Yeah.
Lord Gordon.
Also, I must say,
I'll pass out.
I'm sorry that
See
I
how
didn't
many we
forgive you for
made.
your sins before you died. That would have before you lost your arm. I maybe
2,
could have saved you from losing your arm if
3.
I would have forgiven you
We've-
for your sins.
We have 5 doses of black poison.
That's very cool, but I'm trying to tell you about how you're forgiven for your sins.
I'm gonna put out a hand and be like,
Thank
Gordon, use them, as though to say, give me one.
Yeah, yeah, I'll pass them out.
I'm just gonna
Here, each
call
of
it
you take 2 black poisons.
Pork that you have this kind of magnesium rod that burns. It kind of sparks and burns when lit, and it will burn for 30 minutes.
Sick.
But it
Okay,
burns
yeah.
even underwater. Like once it's
I
lit, it burns.
strike
and-
it
Just
like a
for
match
30
against
minutes.
the dungeon wall, and it bursts into a kind of a blue sizzling flame that drips.
You got a sparkler.
Yeah, like a jumbo sparkler,
festivities.
casting an eerie, flickering blue glow into the room beyond. You could see some scraps of chain and some shattered cabinets, some like empty racks and like coat hooks on the wall. And you could see the shape of looks like the shape of a body farther in the room.
I'll kind of walk towards that
Dibs.
body and let my monkey's chain out, and my monkey kind of scrambles toward it and prods at it.
How smart is your monkey?
Pretty smart. Monkey level intelligence.
Yeah. Your monkey, it's like standard operating procedure for you and Bork. He's used to sending him ahead to kind of...
Scouts.
He's naturally inquisitive. It doesn't take a lot of prodding to send him forward. But as he kind of bounds forward to this body, he balks and he comes up short. He stops a bit short, and he seems to not want to get any closer to it. And you can kind of hear him like chittering, and he's kind of like tentatively hopping from foot to foot.
I'll come up cautiously beside him and raise my torch to this corpse. torch.
as the sparks are kind of dripping down.
Yeah.
There's
I'll
a body and
carefully-
it's kind of. Sorry, what were you saying? Hey,
Oh, no, I was just gonna say I carefully move up to join them. Although I did just lose my arm and then take berserk powder, so maybe I don't
to
carefully
take
move forward.
crazy-
Maybe the opposite of that.
You are on Mork Borg coke.
Yeah, math. Yeah, something.
Just
It's
muscling
definitely math.
past him.
Yeah, it's math.
There is no coke in Mork Borg.
I am a superhero.
We should build a car.
Yeah.
I will. Yeah. Well, you fucking monkey scared? I'm not scared. I'll walk on up there.
I'm doing a show
body on
with
the
Van
floor.
Margera next week.
This body's on its back, and it's in this very kind of almost painful looking, like it was frozen, like writhing on the floor almost. It looks a bit desiccated and dried out, and the eyes are open, and you can see there's kind of like the eyes are kind of rimmed with this like black fuzz, and they're kind of this like pale yellow color, and one of the eyes has a crossbow bolt through it, and there's a bunch of kind of like mold and fungus like sprouted around it coming out of the eye.
Gruesome. Have you ever seen
Aaron's
anything like this?
terrified, but Hey,
Well,
Rue
I
is
mean, you
on
live in
that.
Mork Borg world, so you've seen some pretty horrible
Seen a lot.
shit, but this is this seems uniquely terrible. I would
It's
say
not
that
like I
you
can
have,
put any.
think I
Can I
just-
put anything together of like what happened here?
I just lose it laughing. I'm just like
Gross.
doubled over laughing.
Why don't you give me a presence roll? I'm gonna set it at 13.
You got this stuff coming. And I look at my
Good
stump of an
Lord.
arm. Like,
I don't think I get anything particularly special for that. Nah, I chunked it 3.
Yeah, it's just kind of gross, and you can't quite
Yeah.
tell what happened here. But it's clear the monkey does not want to get closer than it's.
He puts his hand on his Viahander handle, which you now notice is like wrapped in this kind of awful leather that's probably made from a person, and the handle seems to be made of bone, and around the scabbard it's kind of oozing a little bit. And he doesn't draw it, but he looks around and he goes, "We're Borgin, Dorgan danger, Dorgan Dorg."
what do you think, Kurt? Grandma?
You're a fucking god, man. You're a fucking god. That's what Kurt says.
You got a fucking right, Kurt. I know. I like give him the forehead headbutt. I'm like, you and me, buddy.
Let's fucking go. Yeah.
What a pair of fucking 10-inch dicks we are, huh? Yeah.
You're 50 goddamn feet tall, made of metal.
Sorry. Yeah, Bones.
Bones doesn't. She has a grappling hook, but she doesn't have a rope. So I imagine that she puts the grappling hook on the end of her femur sometimes, on the femur that she carries. And I think she's gonna try and like pull the skeleton toward them a little bit.
Cool. Yeah. No problem. I won't make you roll for it because you could just trial and error it. And yeah, it kind of scrapes across the floor towards you. It's definitely dead. It's not a skeleton. It's just kind of a dry
Corpse.
looking corpse. But yeah, it just kind of slides in one piece. It's clearly quite stiff as it doesn't change its posture.
She looks at the corpse and goes, "I forgive you."
And you can see through the guttering magnesium rod, there's another iron door to the west in here, and it's like clearly like blocked up. There's like broken cabinetry and things kind of like heaped up around it.
Can I go up to that and start carefully moving that shit out of the way, seeing what happened to Aaron. What's your character's name?
Heiru.
Seeing what happened to Heiru last time and expecting a trap, I'm like carefully jostling this clutter out of the way.
Cool. As you move the clutter, nothing happens. As you are.
And we access this door.
It's a big iron door and it has a handle just like the one that Heiru grabbed.
I walk over and I go to open the door, but it's with my missing hand. And I'm like,
It's not missing, it's just shredded.
Oh, okay. Nice.
It's like wind chimes made of like bone and sinew and blood, but it used to be a hand.
You
Pork
smudge
sees
it
you do
against
this.
there. Yeah.
And puts a hand on your shoulder and says, Borden, use the other one.
All right.
The skull's like, yeah, do it, dude. Yeah, fucking do it, man.
I need to roll for it, I guess. Sure,
You gotta
let's
roll
do it.
for the thought process or roll
Yes.
Do it. Give it a roll.
Am I too fucked up to know how dumb this is?
Give me a
Yes?
presence. Give me a presence roll.
9.
Yeah, you are too fucked up.
All right,
Lord.
in with the left hand.
Snick. Give me an agility. It's
gonna be fine.
It's the same one.
Same thing.
Snap your hand back.
Roll it big.
I think this time, Bones will say, no, wait, I forgive you. And I'm going to use one of my scrolls to try and boost this roll.
Ooh, I like that.
Okay. So
I'm trying to specifically boost the roll to see if you're too fucked up before you grab it, or it can be the roll that you do. I don't care either way. But
he gets an agility roll to try to pull his hand away.
Okay, cool.
So you make a presence roll to see if you can use your scroll. The difficulty's 12.
Okay.
If you fail, Bones, you get hurt and you get dizzy. Dude, Katara, chill out.
Ooh, I got a
Dog's going
15.
crazy.
Yeah.
So give us some flavor as you invoke the scroll. This is the magic in the game, the magic system. What is the name of the scroll and what does it do?
Yeah, the name of the scroll is called Grace for a Sinner. So I think
Rad.
when she says I forgive you, it like echoes really loud and her whole body lights up and like this white ghost light flame, like some real Galadriel vibes where she's just like for a second, and her I forgive you is like she looks like an evil nun for this moment, like her whole hood glows, and the I forgive you is like scary and powerful. That is like, it's almost accusing you of a sin as she's like, I forgive you!
Guilting me.
Yeah.
I know this
Love
game.
it. I love it. And what is the effect of it?
A creature of your choice gets plus a d6 on one roll.
Hey,
All
that's
right.
great. That sounds exactly like what Heiru needs right now.
It does. I need to roll the actual roll.
It's an agility test. The
Okay.
difficulty's 14.
All right.
And I rolled the dice.
Well, I rolled a 10.
And I rolled a 5.
Whoa, let's
Dice
go.
roll
my
story,
God.
baby. Let's go.
So I think I like
shit.
you do that and I pull my hand away and I'm like, all right, Jesus.
And Pork and Borg
All right.
are laughing hysterically at this. This is the funniest thing they've ever seen.
This nasty trap is spinning emptily as if it's devouring flesh that it was robbed of, and the door swings open.
It's like what I was trying to tell you before, that when you were making your poisons, it's that sometimes in order to free yourself of poison, you first got to look at your own internal poisons. So, anyway, you're forgiven for not listening to me earlier.
Poison?
Let's go. And she says as she walks through the door unscathed.
Yeah, I'm going to say that That magnesium rod has been burning for 5 of its 30 minutes as you walk into this next room here. This next room is larger. I'm sorry, I gotta let my dog out. She's going to pee on the floor. You three talk amongst yourselves as you walk into this room. She's losing her mind, and I'll be right back.
Yeah, go for it.
Sweetie.
Yeah, I
Thanks
think
for saving my hand.
no problem. See, look, I think that everyone I know is gonna die, and so I feel that it's my job to forgive them for everything they feel bad about before they die.
Chemical dependence, Norden.
Far out.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, but the chemicals are inside of me.
I feel better now.
Good. I'm gonna probably need some of those drugs later because that really made me feel wild. So
I got you.
just
I
you know.
got you.
This room is larger. It's so large you can't see all the dimensions through the blue light of this torch. It has a domed ceiling of stone that's kind of partially crumbled in the center, and there are huge 10-foot stone statues of a figure that perhaps you would be familiar with wandering in this part of the world, who was known as the Tyrant King, who used to rule these lands, but no longer does. And there are 4 of those, and they're kind of positioned equidistant from one another, and they are kind of like chipped and like vandalized. Like one, it's had like the stone nose is missing, and you can just kind of see that they've been just kind of a bit weathered and abused.
After you guys.
I want to go touch. I want to go touch the spot where there is a stone nose missing.
Where the king is?
Yeah. I'd
Right.
say, look at his nose. He's missing his nose. A poor little buddy.
As you walk over there toward the center of the room, something drops from the ceiling, and it's like part of the darkness on the ceiling seems to detach and fall towards you, and you can just kind of see it in the flickering blue light. Give me an agility roll of 13 bones.
Well, I got close to that. I got a 3.
You got part of it. You
That's
got
part of it.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
one
part
of
of what-
two numbers.
It's
Yeah.
part of what I asked for. This darkness falls on you, and it instantly like conforms to your body like silk or liquid, and it's just
Ooh,
blackness,
good.
and it seems to sink. You feel this sort of weariness sink in everywhere it's touching you. You take 1 hit point of damage, and this shadow, for lack of a better word, is just kind of like on half of your body.
I got new clothes and I don't like them.
So fitting.
And you notice right away, Bones, you can see like a little bit easier in this room. Like you can, it's almost like there's just like a bit of like someone has kind of turned up a lantern just a touch, as you're able to see just a little bit easier in this room.
Do I see anything interesting?
Interesting.
Interesting.
Is there anything interesting in there?
Sorry.
You can see the proper dimensions of the room. You can see that to the south there is a locked wooden door. You can see that to the north there is a wooden door, and to the west there are double iron doors.
I kind of like raise up my hand in front of them and I'm like, I think I found a seeing armband or something. I can see now. It just feels terrible.
What is it? I'll take a look at it. I'm Let me look. I'm an occult herb master. I got that degree online.
You can give me a presence test. Are you coming over there too, Pork?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
Utterly.
You can give me a presence test if you like.
I shall. Blew it.
15.
3.
Cool. Pork, you have no idea, but Heru, as you're kind of watching, and Pork is holding the sparking magnesium rod. You're not sure what this is, Heru. You haven't seen it. It looks like a shadow in the wrong place. It looks like, like a shadow like you might see on something, except it's not behaving properly because it's just kind of like lying on bones. But as Pork is kind of moving the magnesium rod around, you can see that the shadow kind of moves and ripples away from the sparks and like fire of the magnesium rod.
Does it hurt me when it like does? Like when
it does not hurt you. It feels like nothing as it moves on you.
Cool.
Warden, what the farkin'?
Yeah, I guess they're just marked by shadow now.
But it doesn't.
I'm pretty
It
into
definitely
it.
seems to not like the magnesium torch.
Yeah, I'm pretty into it. It's just helping me see it. I just feel really bad, but that's, most things in life make me feel bad at some point. So I'm kind of just riding with the benefits right now.
Yeah, yep. Pork kind of looks around and gestures to everything, and he goes, Mork Borg.
I agree. This is a dark castle.
Indeed.
And I want to go up to one of the wooden doors and try and open it with my shadow hand.
Cool. So there's a wooden door to the south, and there's a wooden door to the north. And to the west, there are double iron doors.
Wooden door to the south.
To the south. Cool. This is an iron door like the previous ones. As you're reaching out with the shadow hand to grab it.
I thought it was a wooden door.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, it is a wooden door. Yeah.
But yes, I grab it with my bare shadow hand.
With your bare shadow hand. Give me an agility. Just kidding. You don't have to. There's no click. However, the door does not open. It seems locked somehow. Like pull
There's
on
a trick to it. You gotta have it do the thing where it devours your flesh, and then it'll open good.
I tried.
Here, let me show you.
Wait,
Yeah,
can
if
one
you
of you
grab the handle too, hey,
It's a wooden door. Can one of you just punch it?
I punch it,
Borg.
and it hurts. I do it bad, and then I make it for Borg.
Yeah, I'll come up and try to kick my metal foot through it.
Great. Give me a strength roll.
Strength 9.
It seems it's pretty stout. It's made of pretty stout wood, as it's kind of, you're kind of kicking it. You can tell it's pretty thick. It is banded in iron, but it does not break down.
Can I kick it again?
No, you can.
This is
flavor for flavor.
This is in repeatedly kicking it. I just don't get through.
I'll try and just sort of crash my body through it. Just is I'm not very strong, but I'm big.
Just throw your shoulder in it. Yeah, you can give me a strength roll.
Yeah.
I'll set it at 13.
I make the same joke as Harlan about the 3.
It's funny how the dice hate Aaron and Mork Borg. They love Aaron and Better Than Heroes, and they hate Aaron and Mork Borg. Yeah, you just kind of bounce off it. It is made of wood, but it was built to last.
Cool. I go to the other wooden door then.
Cool.
I say, fuck that door.
As you approach this door, you can hear there's like a buzzing sound coming from the other side. It's like a thick kind of droning, buzzing noise. You can almost feel it more than you can hear it.
Well, I knock real loud on the door and I say, hello.
Anybody got to lock it?
There's no answer.
All right, nothing there.
I'll kick it.
Yeah, kick it.
Cool.
16.
Great. You kick it, and this door was not barred from the other side, and so you've been kicking iron doors, and you were kicking the other door that was barred, and so perhaps you like overdo it as this door explodes in splinters and just flies apart. And a cloud of huge black flies swarms out all around you. I need all of you to give me agility rolls to kind of swat them away, and as they are swarming all over you, biting.
Now this says agility tests are DR plus 2. What does that mean?
So you roll a d20 and you add 2 to it. And you're trying to hit a 12.
Well, no. So it says DR plus 2, and it's under the feature clumsy and dull-witted. So I would think it would be a detrimental, right?
Oh yeah, so those are plus, so it's 2 harder. So yours is 14. Everybody else it's 12. Yours is 14.
Come on, Mork Borg. Well, I blew it.
I borged my Mork. What'd you get, Bones?
Borged my Mork.
I got a 2.
Oh my god. Even without the horrible modifiers. What'd you get?
I have a 0 modifier.
11.
Oh, so close. What'd you get
7.
there? I'm guessing that you failed by your reaction.
7, yeah.
You're all kind of covered in these huge biting black flies. You all lose 1 hit point of damage as you're quickly covered in bites. And the flies are kind of spreading out into the rotunda, but still kind of pestering you. And you can see beyond. There is. It looks like there's a kitchen beyond. You can see.
My shredded hand is just down to only the bone now.
Let's say you got about 20 minutes left on that magnesium rod.
It looks like like I have a stick blender attached to my arm.
Sure.
It's like a bone immersion blender, like a whisk.
Yeah, the flies are like thick on it. They're clearly raw meat is what they love more than anything.
I say I feel fine. As you can see, that some of the flies have like pulled chunks of skin off of my face.
I'm nothing if not raw meat.
Cool.
This is
I'll
fine.
walk into this room that I earned with blood and flesh.
Please.
It seems to be a kitchen. As you kind of look around. Whoops. It seems to be a kitchen long out of use, as everything is kind of enameled with grime. But anything that was edible in here was devoured long ago.
I will yell into the gloom. I'll go, Lorden. Anybody Gordon?
Lorden.
Give me a presence roll, Pork, as you holler into the gloom here.
It's an 11.
You hear from very faintly, there's a sound. It's not coming from this room, but you can see that there's a wooden door farther in the kitchen, and you could hear kind of this like wet slopping sound coming from the other side of that door.
I'm gonna go over to that door.
Cool.
And,
as you walk by the ovens, there's ovens on both sides. The stone floor cracks below you. Give me an agility test as the floor is giving away.
Can I get the number so I can add 2 to it?
Yes, it's 12, so it's 14.
Or Norden. I got 4.
Oh God. Yeah, the cracked stone gives way, and you fall in, and there was large angled grease trap beneath these ovens, and that you fall into,
God.
and there are maggots as big as your middle finger everywhere in it as you tumble in to your shoulders into this grease with these maggots writhing all around.
The maggot.
Your poor monkey, I won't make roll, leaps up and is chittering and chattering up from the edge of this as you're up to your shoulders in this
I'll try to help.
filthy, rancid grease. Great, give me a strength roll, hey Rue, to pull this slippery, worm-covered, heavily armored giant out of the grease trap.
4. I cannot roll
Try
above
harden.
5.
And you could see, I'd imagine that you were holding the rod aloft, the magnesium rod. The sparks are flying off, and you can see they light on the grease, and the grease kind of like blooms with fire that like flickers.
More Gordon. Helping out.
I'll try again to help. Even more vigorously.
Can I try to climb out?
Yeah, I'll try to wedge myself and like lean down to grab.
Give me a strength roll. I'm gonna set it at a 13.
I'm only not helping because I have a -2 strength. So I think that Bones is just like, can't help him.
I've rolled a 1. What does that mean?
Oh God!
No.
Can I roll?
It means
to
the grease around you ignites because you
Gordon,
place the rod down,
Gordon.
and to your horror, the fire sweeps up your grease-covered arm and blooms around you, and the whole grease trap lights a fire with you writhing and thrashing around inside of it.
Terrible.
What's the worst that could happen? They said.
And you'll take 1 damage
I'm okay.
in this moment. You're still in it and still burning.
What happens to me? Can I get him out of there? Am I also on fire?
I feel like you were like kneeling on the side of it, right? You could kind of recoil away from it as it burst into flames.
Sure. Sounds great.
Helping broiling, flame broiling.
I'll keep trying to help
The
them
monkey
get out,
is
I guess.
screaming and screeching. Cool. Yeah, you could reach in. You'll take, there's a horrible sloshing
chance.
grease fire.
Yeah.
So I'll roll for the damage if you want to reach in.
All right.
All right, give me a strength roll, DC 13. Oh boy. What did you get?
I'm sending these dice back.
What is up with these dice? Is it
the
Mork
meanest
Borg?
the dice
Why do
have
we-
ever been.
Yeah, they're
Why do we
just
keep coming
charging
back
up
here?
to the Psychropolis.
The odds of you should be in the neighborhood of 10 more often. What did you get? Oh my god.
Oh,
Well, that tracks because I
no.
rolled max damage as
Lord.
you're going to take 4 damage.
Ugh,
You're dead again.
I'm dead.
As you're trying to pull the screaming,
Burst into
thrashing
flames.
pork, now aptly named, pork out of
I fall in, I
the
guess.
greaser. Pork, you're going to take another damage.
Climb up my body.
Is it a locket in there?
Roll a d4 for me. Hey, Rue, let's see what happens as you're at 0 hit points. If you go into the negative, you die.
Oh, I am in the negative.
Oh, you
I
were
was,
in the
I was
negative?
at 3
Oh, God.
because of the
You
flies.
came back with 4. Oh, yeah, because you got bit by the flies. Oh, my God.
Oh, this is so brutal.
Yeah, you, we'll say that you were trying to lift him out, and as the fire spread up your arms and you were like, trying to put it out, you tipped it and just kind of sloshed in sideways, and some of your concoctions
Oh
kind
no!
of ignited as you're just kind of very, very quickly
Who's saving
kind of
those? As I
flash
disappear
boiled in the
beneath
grease.
the flaming grease.
As
I go down, I give a thumbs down.
Oh.
The Terminator 2.
Did you say I was going to take another damage?
Yeah, you take another damage.
Climb
how
up
much?
me. Use
One
me as a...
damage?
I'm sorry, what did you ask?
How many damage do I take?
1.
One more? Okay, yeah, I am going to actually try to climb up the corpse of
Great.
Heyru.
I will lower the strength DC.
I have changed dice.
I'm gonna set it at 8. At a merciful 8, you now have the burning corpse ladder of Heyru's body. What did you get?
No!
It's 3. It's a 3. It was almost a 20.
Can I help?
As so many rolls are. Yes, you can help.
Yeah.
Now? Now you ask, can I help? Could I have helped?
You were helping him,
I
and
know.
I have a
I'm
negative 2
just messing
strength.
with you. I'm just kidding.
Help him, please and help him.
Oh my god.
As you're standing on the dead corpse,
It is funny to watch your friends burn to death and be like, "Oh God, can I help?"
That's what I would do in real life.
I would also
be just standing there like fluttering hands, like
After you say it, yeah, you hear a burning voice go.
I say down again to you as you're burning. I forgive you. I forgive
Bones,
you. Oh, why doesn't
how
it work
many
this time?
how many magic points do you have? I'm paraphrasing the term because I don't use one already
I have
to
2,
use your scroll.
so I can't use anything. Well,
What
I'm
do
not going to
omens
use
do?
my last charge here, but I do
you could
want
use your scroll if you want, and if
No,
you
I
succeed in the
already
test,
used it once. Don't I only get 2 charges of it?
what is it? You should have told you on the character sheet how many points you had.
Yeah.
You had 2 You had 2 points for the day. You roll it like every day.
Yes, I have, because it's a it's a D2, and I rolled 2.
So you would have 1 use of your magic left.
Yes.
Okay. Well, it's up to you. If you want to use it, if you do pass the test, and then you roll the maximum to help, because he rolled a 3, and I set it at 9, remember? So if you roll a 6, he would get out. This would require you to make your presence test to use the magic, and then roll a 6 on a d6.
I can't just like put my hand down to help him. I have to use my scroll.
Oh, you could. No, yeah, you could do that if you want to help him that way. But it's a strength roll, and you have -2 for strength.
Yeah,
so.
I know. But the chances of me succeeding on that are better than the chances of me getting a 6 on the D6. So let's
Well,
go.
the way you guys are rolling, probably
true.
not. But all right, give me a strength roll.
I'm smelling delicious by now.
You're gonna take another damage, Pork.
I got a natural 1.
One
You
hit
got a
point.
1?
It's a negative
Good
1.
Lord.
You're gonna catch
Babe, you got a
fire.
stew going.
Jesus Christ! You take 1 damage.
Throw grandma in there. Baby, you got stew going.
And Pork is huge, and he's wearing a full set of armor. And
I was also huge. Should
Yeah.
be noted.
and
time.
there's this burning body, and you quickly catch fire as well.
Oh no! My forgiveness isn't working.
Brutal.
Pork, you want to try again? I'm
I'm gonna try one last time to get out.
Strength of
Okay.
9.
You got
Here we
this,
go.
Borg.
I'm gonna roll damage. At least the damage rolls have been. What'd you get?
You got an 18.
Oh, finally! Because I had rolled max damage.
I don't take that damage.
You heave yourself out, burning, just like a monstrosity.
Deep frying, flame broiling, Borg pork.
You gotta put salt on him now. Now is the
Yeah.
optimal time. Right after he comes out is when you want to add salt.
Yeah, and I would assume you know you're gonna roll around on the floor and
Absolutely.
put yourself
Steam
out.
and sizzle.
You two bones.
Train him on a
as-
paper towel for a couple of minutes.
Yeah, let him rest. And then slice against the grain.
As you just see the burning bulk of your companion sinking into the grease that's littered with the carpet of blackened maggots that have burned.
In this horrible state, he doesn't even give himself a moment to rest. He climbs to his knees and takes his sword off and lays it down and starts wiping all of the grease off of it and painstakingly cleaning this kind of silver what do you call them? A thing that you put a sword in?
Scabbard.
Scabbard, thank you. Yeah, he starts cleaning that off and like crying and apologizing to it.
What's that sound like?
Wow.
You're sorry, Gordon. I'm so sorry, Gordon.
And we're gonna fade out on that. We're gonna fade out with you two badly burned in this kitchen as you're cleaning your sword and crying. We'll have a part 2 to this. Aaron, you will bring someone new from the caravan of opportunity, a straggler.
Someone better.
Can I add
game?
one more moment
Probably
to
not.
this?
Probably not.
Yeah, of course.
He kind of cleans off this scabbard and he reaffixes it to his armor and he walks, still sizzling, over to the charred remains of Heiru, and he reaches down and he picks up the skull and he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, Gordon," and then he snaps the teeth out one by one.
Kurt!
Puts them into a pouch on his belt.
I forgive
Kurt
you.
would love that. Kurt would have loved that.
Yeah.
But he's gonna leave
Amazing.
him in Kurt. Those aren't his
Oh,
teeth.
my skull. Nice.
Yeah, your skull.
Oh, I thought it was Kurt. Yeah, I
I
thought
thought
it
No,
was
this
Kurt.
is your skull.
My skull.
Oh, okay.
I like
That
it.
should have been
Kurt
clear.
skull of-
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that to someone I didn't know.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I have a
Amazing.
blanket that I put out my arm fire with that I quickly just like patted it out with, and it's just like smells terrible. And I'm just like, oh, well, you know, you win some, you lose some.
That was really something.
Yeah. Wow.
That was pretty
there's-
bad.
Still a dungeon to go.
Oh, why can I smell it?
There's also enemies in the dungeon.
Besides addiction,
it's not just doorknobs and grease traps. Yeah, that was fun. Thanks for
Jason!
hanging in with us, Jason. Thanks
Hell
for
yeah.
writing this adventure. Thanks to all of you
So
for watching
fun.
this. We'll be back next Monday for part 2. See if the dice turn a corner. And yeah, thanks for watching us. Check out our regular show, Better Than Heroes, on YouTube and the podcast. We also have a Patreon you can check out. I'm making my own Mork Borg expansion that's very insane.
Jason just
And if you wanna-
linked.
King of the Hell.
If you want to check out these adventure and you want to get it yourself, you want to get a copy like Andrew's holding up right there. There's a link in our Twitch chat, and I'll put it in the YouTube
Yeah,
description
do
as
it.
well if you want to snag this
it.
for yourself.
I just want to make sure everybody heard Aaron say "King of the Hell."
thank you,
That's what
Jordan.
it would be called.
You're my boy.
Very
yeah,
funny.
so thanks for watching. We'll see you next Monday.
Later, y'all.
Better Than Dead.
Stargazer moon
Holy
boy,
shit.
10 o'clock.
Crusher Kai, Humblia Chef, and the Wind Rider Flute Whim Teaser. They're better than heroes.